Our pride rests high on survival, yet we're still not too tired of dying to sit by you. Working 10 times as hard just to walk into a room so unfamiliar for some status that half us haven't even settled on a career for. Mr. Officer, we ain't scared no more, cause we know you're bold enough to shoot us on camera, then blame the character of another black or brown man rather than another trained policeman's tantrum. Wonder why when bullets fly, we ain't too quick to panic. Would rather spend some time with my ancestors in the Atlantic, OCMD, spending that government cheese, knowing that unemployment ain't free. The stimulus buying us them same shiny chains that brought us across the beat. Again. I'm a dedicated man on a mission. I don't gotta rap, sometimes I do it. Buddha call me, tell me hop in the booth. Be like water, word of Bruce Lee, I'm fluid. And I steady kick it, and I did it for nothing. So you best believe I'm fluent and making the choices that ain't too conducive to what I should be doing. But now I be moving so proper. Maybe with a doctorate ain't enough for this type of influence. Cause if I die today, my dreams will rise, but my soul gon' know who the truest, who is the greatest. Just look in their eyes, remind them that if they believe it, the answer will always be deep. But y'all are some kings, so it's solid to both of you too. It's so proper, it's so proper, it's so proper.
So if you wanna come down Friday to hold up a sign against Humpty Dumpty, hold up your sign.
It's so proper, it's so proper.
If you wanna holler boo, you dig? And if Black Panther Party wanna run political candidates, hold up their signs and keep guns in their home to defend themselves from racist pig cops who shoot up windows and murder black people in the black community, and let black people hold up the sign of the gun and use it to defend themselves. Everybody has the right to survive.
Never desperate for some inspiration. When my mama taught me you gotta work a lot harder. Think faster, maneuver swiftly, cause quite frankly the system don't owe you. Shift away from that for a second. I reckon a lesson on why we need to relay the message to the next generation. Infiltration of this system that perpetuates this narrative that we don't matter starts backward in time. Strategic how they intentionally divide the home and thrives on the backs of us after we're vulnerable and alone. We gotta break it all down from the inside. Together we rise as one, we'll all grow from that broken concrete. Yes, you and me, Black royalty.
What's up, y'all? My name is Dominique Jordan. I'm from the 717, specifically Lancaster, Pennsylvania, the Red Rose City. If you ever want to know what's going on around the Rose or the rest of central Pennsylvania, you can look up the company I work for, thetcpnetwork.com, The Culture Professional. We're a multi-digital media platform. We're on Facebook, we're on Roku, we're on Instagram, and we like to bring people news from real people in real time and enhance and amplify the voices of marginalized peoples. So look us up. Also, I work for the School District of Lancaster as an emotional support paraprofessional. I work at Lincoln Middle School. I'm a football coach as well as a mentor liaison for the Brotherhood Mentorship Program, where we pour into young black males and try to help push them to be the best versions of themselves. In my free time, I like to write poetry. I love being a husband. I love being a father. I like to play sports. Obviously, I'm a Steelers fan back there. And I like to read books. I like to enhance my mind and motivate people to do the same thing and be the best versions of themselves. I also work with True to You. True to You is a mentorship initiative that pushes people to be the best creatives that they could be and how they can hopefully change the world with those abilities. So definitely follow me on Instagram, The Real Dominique Jordan. And I appreciate you guys watching. I got a couple more questions for y'all to answer. So what inspired the video? Honestly, I keep a lot of empowered people around me that like to push me to use my talents and my abilities to feed people's mind, feed their soul a little bit. So that's exactly what we wanted to do. I was in the studio with my cousin Buddha Blast on the beat. Shout out Buddha Blast. He's a producer, audio engineer. And after sitting in the studio with him for a little bit, a couple rappers were coming in and out while he was making a beat. And he started doing his flow. And I'm like, man, I really like that. So I started kind of just putting words to it. And at the end of the day, I just want people to feel like it's cool to speak on the injustices that are going on in America. It's also cool to be a proud father. It's also cool to not conform to the narrative of black and brown people being criminals or black and brown people not knowing what the best solutions are for their community. I know what the best solutions are for me, and hopefully I can put that message out in a way for people to understand. We like to call this a trap spiritual. So what inspired the video? Honestly, I keep a lot of empowered people around me that like to push me to use my talents and my abilities to feed people's mind, feed their soul a little bit. So that's exactly what we wanted to do. I was in the studio with my cousin Buddha Blast on the beat. Shout out Buddha Blast. He's a producer, audio engineer, and after sitting in the studio with him for a little bit, a couple rappers were coming in and out while he was making a beat, and he started doing his flow, and I'm like, man, I really like that. So I started kind of just putting words to it, and at the end of the day, I just want people to feel like it's cool to speak on the injustices that are going on in America. It's also cool to be a proud father. It's also cool to not conform to the narrative of black and brown people being criminals or black and brown people not knowing what the best solutions are for their community. I know what the best solutions are for me, and hopefully I can put that message out in a way for people to understand. We like to call this a trap spiritual. So honestly, the making of the video was the easy part. Shout out to my man Canova Capone. He has Hustle Hours Films. Look him up on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook. But basically, I sent him the song. He's somebody that I take near and dear to my heart, especially when it comes to my creativity, because I know he's going to be critical. I know he's going to be honest with me. As soon as he heard it, he called me. He's like, yo, we're shooting a video to it next week. And that's literally what we did. We didn't really pre-plan any of that stuff. We called a couple people that we know. One cameo in particular is one of my boys who's a rapper as well, who was sitting in a vehicle with me. His name is So True. Look him up as well. And one of the police officers is actually a really good friend of mine, Dr. Johnny Vega. He's a mentor of mine. He also has a podcast. But basically, we try to bring our people together to tell stories that are actually going on in our community. And hopefully the video reached people well. It rubbed people the right way. The wrong way, the right way. Look, basically, we try and get in good trouble like John Lewis says. We trying to make sure that people know we ain't playing no more. And this kind of stuff that has been going on won't be tolerated much longer. So thank you guys for watching it. So I just hope that this video inspires the next generation to literally do what I was talking about. Infiltrate this system that's been holding us back for so long. Become those doctors, become those lawyers, become those police officers, become those politicians. Be that person that stands in the gap between people that make excuses and the people that have been piecemealing us solutions that haven't really been impacting our community. I'm hoping that with using the music, with using hip hop, with using even the trap beats in general, it'll sonically reach those young people's ears to be something better than what they ever thought they can be. We got to break down these statistics to really, really win here in America. The American dream wasn't really built for black and brown folks, but it seems like the divine energy is pulling us right into spaces where we need to be. So again, thank you guys for watching. Follow me on Instagram, The Real Dominique Jordan. Look me up on Facebook, Dominique Jordan. And you can watch the video on YouTube, So Proper. And yeah, thank you guys again. And stay tuned for the Trap Spiritual Project. Peace.